The Fistic Mystic is okay, not my favourite Popeye cartoon, but it's not too bad. This is a Famous Studios cartoon from 1946. It's directed by Seymour, Kneitel and Graham Place, written by Isadore, Klein and Jack Ward, with a voice cast including Jackson Beck, Jack Mercer, Carl Meyer, Mae Questel and Harry Welch. And it's one of those cartoons where there's nothing really wrong with it, but I didn't really get a lot of enjoyment out of it. Popeye and Olive Oyl are in Baghdad and Bluto is performing magic, and the pacing was quite good. We meet Bluto pretty quickly, I'd say pretty instantly, and immediately, of course, he has eyes for Olive Oyl, and he tries to charm her. And then he turns on Popeye, and things get potentially dangerous for the characters. And I won't go into any more detail. Sometimes I will explain everything that happens with Popeye cartoons, but with this one, for me, the excitement just isn't there. I'm not that enthusiastic about going into detail about everything that happened because I just feel like it didn't have the same spark that a lot of them do. But it's not too bad. After that, I think some interesting things happen. There are bits that I like, there are bits that I didn't really care for. The pacing is okay. Visually, I thought it was quite boring, not very engaging to look at. Not completely, there were some moments that were quite eye-catching, were quite attractive, and it's certainly not badly animated. But there are many Popeye cartoons where the colour palette's great, there's a really strong attention to detail, there's a lot to look at, and for me that just wasn't really here compared with many others. Maybe on its own it's fine, but comparatively it's not the strongest. I do like the characters' performances though. There are some predictable actions, but some not so much, particularly when it comes to the usual Popeye, Olive Oyl and Bluto cartoon. There are some elements here that I found to be a little different compared with the average, so I quite enjoyed that, and that did make it a little bit more engaging for me. Good use of sound, good voice acting, and as I said, it's well animated. There's nothing wrong with the animation, it's just not as engaging as many of them are. So all things considered, the Fistic Mystic is a perfectly fine Popeye cartoon. There isn't really anything wrong with it, I just don't think it's as good as many others. And, well, the character actions are pretty interesting. Some of the things the characters did I hadn't seen coming, or I perhaps was expecting something different. So that was interesting. Nothing really wrong with it, not the most engaging animation, but ultimately it's a decent enough Popeye cartoon. Probably wouldn't watch it again, but if you're a Popeye fan, I'm happy enough to recommend it.